Gibraltar packs a lot into a very small space. A limestone rock over 400 metres tall rises straight out of the sea at the southern tip of Spain, home to Europe's only wild monkey population, and at the northern end sits the only major airport runway in the world with a public road running straight across it. Add wild dolphins in the bay, a British high street with Spanish coastline on both sides, and genuinely walkable distances between everything, and 2 days here covers an unusual amount of ground without ever feeling rushed, and with rest built into both days so nobody is dragging themselves through the afternoons. This video covers a complete 48-hour itinerary for families, taking in the Rock Nature Reserve, the Alameda Botanic Gardens, Ocean Village, dolphin watching in the bay, Europa Point, and Catalan Bay. The timings are realistic, and the full printable itinerary, with costs and practical details, is available through the link in the description below, completely free. If you find the video useful, please subscribe using the link in the description. It costs you absolutely nothing, but makes the channel sustainable, and will make sure you are notified when new videos go up. We have a growing catalogue and release new videos regularly. There are a few things worth knowing before you arrive. Gibraltar uses its own pound, though UK sterling is accepted everywhere, so there is no need to change money specifically. Gibraltar's own pound notes can be harder to spend once you leave, so it is worth using them up before you go. For getting around, Gibraltar is small and mostly walkable, so you will not need transport for most of this itinerary. Uber does not operate here, so local licensed taxis are the way to reach the rock, since the cable car is closed for refurbishment until around 2027. Taxis are easy to find around Main Street and Grand Parade, though fares for a trip up the rock tend to be negotiated rather than metered, so it is worth agreeing the price before you set off. Citybus buses run regularly around the territory too, and are a good, inexpensive option, especially for getting out to Europa Point, which is a longer walk than it looks on a map. For water, snacks, and anything you have forgotten, Morrison's on West Side Road is Gibraltar's main supermarket, well used by both locals and visitors. There is also an Eroski nearer the airport worth knowing about since it comes up later in the itinerary. UK passport holders do not need a visa to enter Gibraltar. Gibraltar joined the Schengen area in July 2026, so you can travel freely across the border with Spain without having your passport checked, though it is still worth carrying passports if you are crossing overland, just in case. Gibraltar has warm, dry summers and mild winters, with sunshine typical of the Mediterranean coast for most of the year. However, it is often covered by cloud even when the surrounding area has clear skies. This is due to moist easterly wind off the Mediterranean being forced up and over the rock, where it cools, before condensing into a long banner of cloud that trails off the peak. Start day 1 at 9 in the morning at the Rock Nature Reserve. Since the cable car is closed at the time of producing this video, take a taxi up to the top, then explore at your own pace on the walk back down. Highlights include O'Hara's Battery for the best views across the strait, the Skywalk Glass platform, St. Michael's Cave, which is a natural cave with an underground auditorium, the Ape's Den, where Barbary macaques roam freely, and the Great Siege tunnels, which are carved into the rock by hand during the 18th century. Do not feed the monkeys or carry food in open bags, since they are used to helping themselves. Allow 3 to 3.5 hours in total, including the walk down. The whole visit is self-guided rather than a fixed tour, so you can spend as long as you like at each stop, which often suits families better than being kept to a set schedule. The cost is in the printable itinerary linked below. You should be back down to sea level by about 12:30 when you can stop for lunch around Main Street or Casemates Square, where there is a wide choice of restaurants. After lunch, head back to your accommodation to rest before the afternoon. Although the walk back from the top of the rock is all downhill, it is still a significant amount of walking for young kids, especially if the weather is warm. Come 4 o'clock, spend some time at the Alameda Botanic Gardens, a free space with a playground and a wildlife conservation park, home to some of the more unusual plant species found on the rock. Allow 45 minutes to an hour. Then, at about 5, go for a wander around Ocean Village, which is a free stretch of marina lined with restaurants and views across the bay to Spain. The unique floating hotel called the Sunborn is worth a look while you're here. It is a large yacht that is permanently docked in Ocean Village and operates as a 5-star hotel. Once you have seen enough or just get hungry, sit down for dinner with plenty of choice around Main Street or Ocean Village. Then, after dinner, at about 7:30 or so, head into Casemates Square for the evening. This is a chance for a free wander around Gibraltar's historic main square, with bars, cafes, and often live music to close out the first day. Day 2 starts at 9:30 with something a little different, breakfast or a snack at Mas Cafe above the Eroski supermarket. The cafe is reached by walking across the airport runway itself on Winston Churchill Avenue. It has a terrace overlooking the runway, so it is worth timing it if you can to see a flight landing. Gibraltar only has a handful of flights a day, so a landing is not guaranteed. Allow 45 minutes for breakfast or a snack, leaving enough time to get back to Ocean Village for the boat tour. At 11, head out on a dolphin watching boat tour into the Bay of Gibraltar, which is home to resident pods of common, striped, and bottlenose dolphins. Sailings depend on the weather, but sightings are highly likely. The boat stays close to shore for most of the trip, so it tends to be a comfortable outing even for younger kids who aren't used to being on the water. Allow 75 minutes. The cost is in the printable itinerary linked below. You should be back on dry land by 12:30 when you can stop for lunch around Ocean Village or Marina Bay, where there are plenty of options depending on your preferences. After lunch, head back to your accommodation for a rest before the afternoon to help everyone regain some energy for the evening. Come 4 o'clock, visit Europa Point, which is a free spot at the southernmost tip of Gibraltar with a lighthouse, a mosque, and views across the strait to Africa on a clear day. It is a bit far to walk, so either use a city bus or a taxi to get there. Allow 45 minutes to an hour once you're there. By 5, take a bus or taxi to Catalan Bay, which is a colourful former fishing village and beach on the eastern side of the rock. Take a wander around or just sit on the beach and let the kids play for a while, weather permitting. Then finally round things off with a final dinner at about 7, back around Main Street or Casemates Square. There is a range of options, including fast food, pub meals, and more formal sit-down restaurants. And that is 48 hours in Gibraltar, covering the Rock Nature Reserve, the Alameda Botanic Gardens, dolphin watching, Europa Point, and Catalan Bay. A link to the full printable version of this itinerary, with all the costs, practical tips, and a local food guide is in the description below. If you found this useful, please subscribe. It is completely free, and new videos go up regularly, covering family-friendly city breaks across the world. Everything is also on the website at tiredbuthappytravel.com, where you will find written guides and further content alongside the videos. And if there is anything you would change about this itinerary, or anywhere you think we should cover next, leave a comment below. We read all of them, and it genuinely helps other viewers to hear different opinions or benefit from local knowledge. Happy travels, and enjoy Gibraltar!